Welcome to what should be a fantastic close to the Mountain West football season. It's the battle for the trophy. We get to crown the champion of the Mountain West Conference here today. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. And we'll see the number 14 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 17th ranked team, the Colorado State Rams. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. So Colorado State's offense is up first today. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team. See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Rams lining up here on 1st and 10. They call the draw play here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle. It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Takes the grab. It's Brown. He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
1st down and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The Rams pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Trying to extend the play. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. It's a turnover.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They're in the right place at just the right time.
Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. They moved it well last time, got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. And the Rams looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. And they bounce back from that right away. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. The Broncos come up to the line in the hurry-up.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Colorado State has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick with pretty good distance. Punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 15. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Hits the running back in the flat. And he's tackled after the catch. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Checks this down to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Off the play fake on first down. He's running out of time here. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. And they'll stop him after a short gain. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's an out route, the catch made. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Rams looking to keep this drive moving.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
A completion sets up a 2nd down play. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Short connection to the tight end here. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Going with the old counter run here. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Rams line up on 1st and 10 now. And he finds his tight end for the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Pitch to the back. Powering through. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down. Offense facing second and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Now he comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Receiver makes the catch. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The ball is caught. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback dropping back. He's got it for a big gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, BSU.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's the point after attempt. PAT is good. They still trail, though. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man open downfield. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Gets made on the out route.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Down he goes, a sack. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Trying to knock it through from 44 yards away. And the field goal is good. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. We figured we might get a Mountain West championship that would have social media buzzing. And through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that is the case. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the conclusion of the Mountain West Championship.
The Rams will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's an out route. The catch made. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, Chris, after another sack, these guys are going to be facing another third down and long situation. It seems like that's been the theme in this football game. They cannot stay on schedule offensively, making it very easy for the defense to get after the quarterback when you know he's in a must-throw situation.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. The Broncos come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defense coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Tailback with another carry. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Not able to connect. Incomplete. Second down play coming up. They're going to run it. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 37.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. A running play called on fourth down. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And the Rams pick up enough yardage for a first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. He finds the running back in the flat. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Colorado State has the lead here. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
And they'll kick it away here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. Play action here on first down. The sure hands. It's Anderson. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be a first down. Handoff from the shotgun. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense.
The Broncos will have to kick this away. Looking to flip the field here. Offense is back out there now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Boise State.
Whoa, what a play here to take the lead by this defense. You expect your playmakers and your best players on the field to step up when the game's on the line, and that's exactly what this defender did here.
PAT is important to make it a 3-point lead. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the 4th quarter. It's all up to the defense. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Rams will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. Here we go on 4th down. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. We've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. And the Rams with 1st and 10 here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Chris, you're only down one possession. This quarterback hasn't had the greatest of days, but I'll tell you what, a play like that, maybe it helps him start to string together a few in a row.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. A new set of downs after that completion. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to throw it on first down. The pass is caught, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to chuck it again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. He steps out of bounds. A heads-up play to stop the clock. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. The Rams looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. Touchdown, Rams. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 during the final quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. And he'll just take a knee here, trying to preserve as much time as possible. They'll start at the 25. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looks to the left, pass caught. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, just a really heads-up play by this receiver. Yeah, he maybe could have fought to get the first down, but I love the fact he got out of bounds. You save your timeouts, you stop the clock, the offense has a chance to regroup, and now you're in striking distance to get the right play called at the right time.
Makes the catch. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The offense will spend a timeout here. 25 seconds on the clock. And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And this pass is caught. And a timeout taken by the offense with 19 seconds remaining.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
So down 4 late in the game. Obviously, they'll keep the offense on the field and go for it. They need to convert. He'll drop back. And he's brought down, a sack by the defense coming up big on this 4th down play. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Talk about a perfect ending to a regular season, becoming champions of the Mountain West. They've made their case now, and with a conference championship in tow, it's going to come down to what the committee decides to do if they'll get an invite to the college football playoff. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.